Hello, everybody. Welcome. My name is Evan again with KWRI Marketing, and today we're going to be going over Command Overview. So to start, we're going to go ahead and go to our Command login page, which is agent.kw.com. You're going to see your sign-in page here, and we're going to sign in with our KW provided username and password. Now, I do want to point out that the username is not case sensitive. However, the password is. So make sure your password, if there's supposed to be any capitalization or any punctuation, stuff like that are included, make sure you add those. And be careful not to add any spaces before or after your password, as that will not allow you access either. And you can always, if you think you enter the correct password, you can always click this eyeball right here and it will reveal your password so you can double check what you have entered. If you forgot your password or do not know your password and want to reset it, you can click on this forgot password feature and it will send a password reset link to the password recovery email you have on file. And I will be showing you where you can find that in just a little bit. So once you have your information entered, we're going to go ahead and click sign in. And this is going to bring you to your command dashboard. Now we're going to go ahead and start here at the top. You should see a couple different sections here. Should say command, which is going to be your command platform. And then you have connect, which connect is going to be, and it's like a training calendar resource for you. And some people, you may see command MC. Command MC is going to be for your market center leadership. So if you do hold any kind of leadership roles with your market center, you should see this here. If you are part of leadership and you do not see this, then you should reach out to your market center MCA and they'll be able to assist you with that. Moving along over here to the right, it looks like command may, let me do a little refresh because there's a couple little icons missing right here. So command may be doing a update, but you should see a little storefront icon, which is going to be your marketplace. That marketplace icon is going to allow you to download things like apps that connect to commands, such as I'm sorry, a couple people are joining us. Things such as like Homekeeper or Twilio, things like that. Keep in mind whenever you are going to download any kind of connecting apps, make sure that if it shows that there is a subscription, some of them do have subscription fees, some of them do not. So just make sure you keep an eye on that as well. And normally next to the little Homekeeper icon, there's a little bell icon, which would be right about here. That is going to be your notifications. Again, obviously it's not on our account. Again, command may be doing, the KW may be doing some kind of update with command. If you do see the bell icon, great. If you don't, then just hold tight. KW probably have that back momentarily. But that little bell icon is going to be notifications. So that's where your notifications will live. If you were to click on the bell, let's even click on that. Oh, there you go. So if you were to click on the bell, the notifications icon, this is what it will look like. You have your unread and your read sections. So you can see any notification that you have already read or not read yet. You can also switch what kind of view you want to see in your notifications. If you wanted to specifically narrow those down to a different kind of view, you can do that as well. This little number that you would see next to the notifications icon, this is going to tell you how many unread messages you have. So it's kind of like that app on your phone. If you don't always check your emails and that number just builds your text messages, that's basically what this is. So we're going to go ahead and skip this for just 1 second, and then we're going to actually go ahead and move over. Now, typically this was a question mark inside of the circle. When you give that a click, it's going to be help and information. This help and information is going to provide you with things like chat with support. So if you were to ever reach out to us and they say that let you know that you may need to reach out to KW support directly, this is where you're going to want to do that. So when you click chat with support, it's going to open up a little window. And it's going to give you this option here to get in touch. And right now, it looks like they only have the live chat option, which will give you a live agent to chat with. Sometimes you may also see a leave a message option where it basically will send them an email and they will email you back at the earliest convenience. So this is how you get in touch with KW support directly. Something else that's pretty cool with this help and information is you can post an idea if you have any great ideas that you want to see with command. You can post them here, or you can also see if somebody else may have already posted it, and you can tag along with that. You can also see other great ideas that people have posted as well. So that's pretty cool. All right, now moving back over to where you should see your name or your team name if you're part of a team. You're going to give that a click, and it's going to provide you this drop down options. Now, again, if you are part of a team, you should see your personal account and your team account, or vice versa. Just keep in mind, whichever account that you see here at the top is going to be the account that you are currently in. You are also able to change this default account setting within your settings, which I'll show you in just a little bit. So moving down, we're going to have our referrals profile. The referrals profile is going to be where you can update your information for people to find you within the KW referral network, which we will be going over in just a bit as well. So the information that other agents that are searching for referral agents, this is the information that they'll be able to see. Next, we do have my profile, which we're going to go ahead and dive into. So when you open your My Profile, this is going to open this About Me section. Now, keep in mind, this section is a public-facing information page. So any information that you see on here is going to be public-facing. You are able to toggle that off if you do not want it to be seen with this little toggle here. So just make sure that if you see it off and you want to make sure that's on, just simply click it and it'll move it to the other side. So looking at the About Me section, you do see here some personal information, your name, photo, biography. Keep in mind, this information that you're seeing here is not the information that is going to be published on your website. That is going to pull from a different section, which we will go over as well. And if you see that any of this information needs to be updated, you can simply click this edit button in the top right section. Scrolling down, you should see some more contact information about how clients and colleagues can reach you. So here we just have a phone number, which you can update as well. Now we're going to go ahead and click on this My KW here section here on the left. Now this My KW section is going to be internal information about you, meaning that this information is not able to be publicly seen. This information is only going to be able to be viewed by you and your market center leadership. So here you have your KW email address. This is where you're able to manage your KW email address. So if you need to update your KW password, if you need to create an email alias, you're able to do that from following this link. If you do not have a KW email address registered, it'll be blank right here, and you can create that by clicking manage a KW email address, which we typically do for you when we set up your accounts if your office uses us as the setup for you. If you have any questions with your KW email address or creating KW email aliases, I do highly suggest reaching out to us, as email aliases can be a little tricky and there's certain steps you need to do with that. In the next section below, you're going to have your login credentials. So your username, password, and your password recovery email. So this is the email address on file that if you have to use the forgot password feature, that's where that will send. So make sure that is updated. If you want to reset your KW command password, you can do so by clicking this link here. Scrolling down, it's going to have some personal information such as home phone number, communications, email. So this is where you would prefer to receive your official KW communications. You have beneficiary information, profit share, and then just a bunch of other information down below. This section for primary market center is going to be for any agents that are duly affiliated, meaning they are part of more than one Keller Williams office. This is just letting you know you want your fees, which fees you want to come from which market center. So if you wanted to say you want your monthly fees to come from one market center and the profit share and annual fees to come from another, you can update that here. Scrolling down here on the left-hand side, we do have the My Affiliations. This is where you're going to be able to show your MLS listing information. So your MLS, if you do not have your MLS added, keep in mind you are not able to do this personally. Your MCA is going to be the only one that can add this information for you. And below the MLS listing information, you're going to see your market center information as well. Again, if you're a part of more than one market center, you will see all of the market centers listed here. And when you click on them, you're going to see things such as your role with the market center, which typically is going to just be your agent. Unless you're like unlicensed admin, things like that, you may see that there. You're also going to see things like your cap and split for the market center, things like that. All right, we're going to click back on Command Home, and then we're going to click back on our name. Now we're going to go over to Settings. All right, so this is going to be our settings page. This is where it's going to show you all the different applications that are connected or able to be connected with your account. You can see the what the application is and a little information about it here. And any email address the email address you have associated with that account is going to mostly show here. It doesn't show the entire email address though. Next to it, you're going to see the status, whether it's connected or disconnected, or how many accounts you have connected to it. And then over on the right-hand side, you have the connect or disconnect options, as well as the manage options as well. So we're going to go ahead and scroll down, and we're going to go to the command email, and we're going to click on manage. Now this section in the command email, down here at the bottom where it says email configuration, anytime you send a smart plan or an email campaign, this is going to be the information that shows when you send that out. So when your client receives it, whatever name is shown here is what they're going to receive. And this is going to be the reply to email that's going to be shown as well. So make sure that these are updated, because KW has just recently started doing this thing to where if your emails get spammed more than a certain number of times, your account can get suspended. If you get spammed a lot of times, this will change from green to yellow, which yellow will be the warning. And then once this is turned red, your account is going to be suspended, and you have two options: either wait out the suspension for 4 weeks, or there'll be a link for you to take a little quiz. You'll read some information and take a quiz, and it's about email best practices and things like that. So nobody wants to lose access to the accounts, so just make sure you're keeping an eye on that. It can be a little hectic for you, so we want to avoid that at all costs. Now, keep in mind as well, your monthly account usage, you are allotted 5,000 free emails to use through command each month. If for whatever reason you have a huge database and you need more than 5,000, you are able to purchase more by clicking manage subscription. And there's going to be a couple other places that you can purchase them as well. And you'll see those as we move along today. I'm going to go ahead and exit out of that. Now over here on the left-hand side, you see some more setting options. So things like general settings, this is where you're able to set which account you want to be your default. If you're on a team, you can set your team to automatically open if you only work out of your team account, whichever works for you. You also have your command settings, which if you click on command settings, you'll see your contacts. When you click on that, you're going to see things like your contact archive. If you've ever archived a contact out of your database, and say you're going to re-enter their information, it will not allow you, because it'll tell you that that contact's already in your database, probably in the contact archive. This is what that refers to. So it still considers it to be in your database, so you would make sure you need to clear out the contact archive here. So you could either restore it or delete it. And then you just have some other options below here as well. Moving down, we're going to go ahead and click on Connect Settings, and then you're going to see Marketing Profile. This is where the information pools for your KW Agent website and your KW app. You do see here that this page does have a toggle as well. So if you do not want your website to be shown branded to you, you don't want that being in public information, anybody to see, all you got to do is just click this toggle switch, and it does take about 1 to 2 hours to update. So if you hit the toggle switch and you don't see it right away, you just got to wait a little bit. Now, as we move along through the marketing profile, you're going to see that some sections do have this little red asterisk. That means that this is a required field. So make sure that if you see required field, you have something input there, or it will not let you save as you get to the very bottom when you click save. So your photo, you can add your headshot, a team logo, or individual logo here. Just make sure the recommended size is about 360 by 360. If your photo is bigger on one side versus the other, it may look all stretched and skewed, kind of like a funhouse mirror. So it may make you look really tall and skinny or short and stout. So just make sure that this is the photo is the correct size. You can always send it to us. We will edit it for you and send it back and upload it for you as well. So we'll be more than happy to take care of that and getting that updated. As you can see, the team logo does not require anything to be put here. However, we do highly recommend it for the fact of whenever email campaigns and things like that go out, at the bottom, there's going to be 2 image spots. One's going to be for your photo here, and one's going to be for your team photo. If you do not have anything here under your team photo, it's going to show as a broken image on that, and that's what your clients are going to see. So you don't really want that. So we recommend just whether it's a generic KW logo. If you have your headshot here and you want to use your team logo or personal logo here, you're more than able to. And just keep in mind that it's going to recommend the same size as it does this one. Scrolling down, you have your My Details, so your license number. If you see your license number is not correct on your website, this is where that's going to pull from. And you just have some other information as you scroll down. Your affiliations, there is a military affiliation, everything from veteran all the way up to just a supporter patriot if you wanted that to show. You do see here that the bio section is required as well. If you do not have a bio put together yet, not a problem. We'd recommend just put a period here, and that way it allows you to save it at the end. For when you do get it together, you can come back and add it here. You have some contact information shown down below here as well as your market center information here. If you have any compliance that is required on your website, this is where you'll find those. So your legal footer links and any legal footer text is going to go here, or images down below. And then you have your social media links. Now, this is just where people are able to click and see the links on your website. This is not where you input this information for things like paid ad campaigns. This is not where you put those. So if you just want them shown on your website, you just put the link here. And your Google Analytics ID, your tracking ID, can go here. And there's one other place that it needs to go, but it goes here and somewhere else as well. All right, so we're going to go back to the home, back to the command dashboard. Now, if your dashboard does not quite look exactly like this, looks a little different, that is perfectly fine. The command dashboards are customizable, and I'm going to go through that with you right now. So there's this little customize button in the top right underneath where your name is. We're going to give that a click, and you're going to see it's going to give you the option to customize home. So it's going to show you all the different widgets that are available to be added, as well as the option to arrange the widgets how you would like. So you can unselect or select what you want to see, and you can also drag and drop to reorganize them here. Once you get them to where a view that you want, you can go ahead and click apply, and then that's going to change it on the home screen. Now, the widgets that you have available are things like the database health, which shows you what percentage of your database has a phone number or email address attached to it, as well as as well as gives you the option to compare agents in your market center. Give me 1 second, somebody's joining in. All right, and then next over here, we have our agent resources webpage. The agent resources webpage is going to show you things from your market center that they posted from the office calendar. So you'll be able to see like any events, any classes coming up. Now, if you do not see anything here, it may just mean that your market center may not quite be utilizing this new feature yet. But if you are part of multiple market centers, again, I don't know what's going on with Command today. They're probably doing some kind of updates, but you can click on the name and it'll provide a drop down of all the different market centers you're a part of. And then you can just click onto the other market center that you're looking to see. Now, when I clicked on it, as you see, this shows up. This means that this market center might not quite be using that feature currently. So just make sure that you're staying in touch with your market center. You know where and how to view the office calendar to see what's coming up and the things like that, so you don't miss out on anything. All right, so this section below, you can see tasks. So tasks are going to show you just basically what things you have coming up or past due. Tasks may be set up from smart plans, tasks you have created, things like that that you need to just want to make sure you keep an eye on. You do also have the option to create a task straight from the widget here. Now to this section over here to the right, you do have product updates as well. This is for the kind of people that like to stay in the know about what's going on. So this is what KW releases to see what's new this week, any updates that may have happened last week. You can also click on what's new to what's next. And this actually just kind of changes it from quarter 1, quarter 2. Oops, they haven't released quarter 3 yet, even though it's in quarter 2. So, but this kind of just gives you little bullet points of what's coming up and what to expect. Moving along, you have goals. If you have set up your goals within Command for the year, you'll be able to see those here. I will show you where you can find those as well if you would like to set up those goals. To the right, we have the most active contact. Our contact database that we use is basically just for training purposes. So it's a lot of fake and test and dummy accounts, but you should see activity here from any active clients. If they have a registered account with your app or your website, you will see, and they're viewing properties or things like that, you'll be able to see the most active contacts here. Your My Profit Share section, this is where you'll be able to see, this image will be the person that sponsored you. You'll be able to see people that you sponsor, and just other profit share information. Recent leads, this is going to show you leads that come in from either your app, if you imported them and marked them as leads, the website, landing page, things like that. You'll be able to see their name. You'll be able to see when that lead came in as well. And then at the very bottom, you're going to have your notepad. So if you just wanted to drop a quick note, you can just give it a click and then just start typing, and that'll create a note for you. All right, we're going to start over. We're going to go down from the top here on the left, and we're going to break down each one of these sections for you. Before I do that, a lot of people have joined since the beginning of the class. If you have any questions, feel free to go ahead and drop them in the chat, in the Zoom chat, and I'll circle back to them at the end. Again, this is just kind of a quick overview. I do kind of go into some details, but I don't do a deep dive. So if you do have any questions about anything in particular, you can drop them in the chat or send us an email to support@scottleroymarketing.com, and we'll be more than happy to assist you with that. And again, this class is being recorded and it will be available on our YouTube page or slmtraining.com, and at about an hour or two after the class is over. So, all right. So over here on the left-hand side, we have all of our different sections of command. And as you hover over them, you're going to see which section that is. A little pro tip, you can click on this red KW box at the top left, and it will just expand those sections for you as well, so you can see the different sections. We have our home, which is going to bring you to your command dashboard here. And we have the one below that is going to be our contacts, our database. When you click on your contacts, let me turn off these auto filters that are added. There we go. When you have your when you click on your contacts, you're going to see here at the top, you do have a search bar. This is going to allow you to search. You can select by if you want to search by their first or last name, an email address, or their physical address, or you can just click on everything. It's a little easier. Next to it, you do have your filters. Filters allow you to search through your database a lot quicker versus scrolling or typing. If you're not able to find by searching the search bar, you can always filter your search here by whatever kind of information you're wanting to. So you search by tags, lead source, anything. So there's a lot of different options. Next to filters, you have your smart view options. Now, a smart view is basically a filtered search that you have saved. So if you're always using a filtered search, say tags, and you're using a specific tag and you're always using it, you can just save that filtered view as a smart view. And then you can just come over here and click on that, whatever you saved it as, and it's going to pull those contacts. Yeah. So class view. So if you would just click on class view, it's going to automatically filter those contacts that were saved. Moving over here to the right, we have our import button. Now I'm gonna level with you. Importing contacts into command is probably one of the more tricky things that like you can do with command. A lot of times people do have issues with trying to do it. So if you have your contacts on a file, preferably a CSV or Excel file, feel free to send that file over to us along with your KW username and password. We'll be more than happy to get those uploaded for you into command, so you don't have to worry about it. But if you wanted to, you can just click on import. It does provide you a template that you can use to add your database to before import. Keep in mind there is going to be the header at the top of this template. That header cannot be changed, cannot be rearranged. It does have to stay exactly how you downloaded it. Or you do also have the option to you can drag another file here and you can do the upload that way. As you scroll through, you're using the upload that way, it's going to ask you information about, is this primary, is this, what kind of information. So just making sure you're paying attention to that. Next to the import option, we have our add contact. This is where you're going to go if you just have 1 or 2 or 3 contacts you want to add individually. When you add a contact individually, keep in mind the only required information is going to be the name of the contact. It does not require you to add anything else, but obviously the more information that you can provide, the better. If you have a married couple and you have both of their information, instead of entering them as one contact, we suggest entering them separately and then use this add relationship feature here. to connect them as a couple. Now, it doesn't just have to be married couple. It can be brothers, cousins, sisters, mother, daughter. Um, there is a whole bunch of different options that you can choose as well. And as you scroll down, you're going to see here that you're able to mark it as a lead. You can select the lead source where it came from, and you can also add your tags directly here as you input this option. You can click add more information to add more contact information. You can add about information, birthdays and home anniversaries. Great information to include. And you can also add custom information here as well. Once you have everything entered, just go ahead and click create, and it's going to add that contact into your database for you. Now, right next to the add contact button, you're going to see these three dots. These are going to be your export options. So if you want to export a copy of your database, keep in mind I said a copy. So if you do this, it does not wipe your database out. They will still remain here. You can export a copy of your database and it will download them. You'll click on, I just realized that these came back. You'll be able to click on your bell icon here and it'll show you that I'll just do it real quick and show you. It's going to let you know that's being processed. Please refresh the page and check your notifications. If you have a big database, you may need to wait a few minutes even before you refresh because it kind of does take a minute. But then you click on your bell notifications and you see contact export. And you just click the download button and then it'll download the file on your computer for you. And below the export contacts option, you do have your export mailing label options as well. So you can export mailing labels as CSV or PDF. Oh, it looks like when I refresh, these came back on. Let me turn this back off. All right, so moving right along. Here we go. Right below these options at the top, we do have in this white bar here, we have customized columns. This is going to be just like the homepage where you're able to customize these different columns that you see in your database. So you have the different columns that are available and then the different order that you can arrange them in here. So it's just going to put them in whichever view you would like to see. Again, you just select or unselect what you would like, and you can drag and drop where you want them to go. Once you have them in the order you're happy with, go ahead and make sure you click apply, and that way that they'll update onto your screen. Now, I do want you to keep in mind, sometimes people, when they have the tags, they may see that it may look more something like this, and sometimes people freak out a little and think that they're missing tags on it. Just keep in mind, when you hover your mouse in between these tags, you can obviously, like I just did, expand it, or you can pull it in closer. So when you pull it out, oh, I think I clicked on that. There we go. So you can see all the tags by doing that. Moving along, next to the customized columns, we have the custom views that are set for the way this is viewed. These little lines with the dots are going to give you this view here. Or if you see these tiles right here, when you give that a click, it's going to give you a view that looks like this. It's a little more bulky, doesn't show you as much information. Some people like to view it this way. That's perfectly fine. It is your preference, however you like to view it. If you don't like it like this, you want it the other way, just simply click back on the list. Over here on the right, this number that you'll see on the far right, you'll see this 48. That means that there's 48 contacts in our database. And you click on the show 1 through 48. This is going to give you the show number of contacts option. If you only wanted to see 10 at a time, that's all it'll show you before you have to just click the arrow over to the next page. Or you can simply click however many contacts you want to view at a time. Over here, I'm going to go ahead and click on one of our clients' names. This is going to pull up the contact information, the contact card, if you will. So you see here next to the name, there is this greenish L. That is going to let you know that this is marked as a lead, whether it came from the website or app, or whether you marked it as a lead when you added the contact to your database. Next to that, you do see the agent site connection icon. This means that the agent, or this means that the client registered an account with your app or your website, and now you can send them saved searches. So if you're wanting to send saved searches to clients, keep in mind they do have to have an account registered or they will not receive the email. If you have any further questions about that, feel free to reach out to us. We'd be more than happy to assist you. And a little pro tip, you can actually do that for clients as a little like concierge service. We just make sure that they are aware that you are doing it and you have the permission first. Over here, you have like your timeline. You can see what opportunities this contact is associated with or smart plans are added to, task notes, and again, saved searches. Moving along, we have our tasks section. Tasks, you have 3 sections here, your to-do, your completed, and your archived. You can create a new task from any of these pages. So you can see here the task name, who it's linked to, assigned to, and you can see like the due date, whether it's past due, due today, next 7 days, due later, or no due date. Moving on to smart plans. Smart plans are going to be your drip campaigns, which is a way to automatically stay connected and engaged with your clients or your database. We're actually going to skip this for a second and we're going to go into the library. The library is where you're going to be able to find published smart plans from other agents, staff members, KWRI themselves, where you can find smart plans that other people have created. It's kind of like, why reinvent the wheel if you don't have to? There's a bunch of different options, mass amounts of smart plans that you can choose from. So you have your featured smart plans, smart plans created by Keller Williams, and things like that, just different sections. Now you can see the steps for a smart planner here when you click view steps. Now I know this may look like some kind of computer code, but this just lets you know that it's 31 days that this smart plan runs. There's 3 steps, so 1, 2, 3, and there's 1 touch to the client. So this is going to let you know a phone call to follow up with, and then once you add a client to it, it'll show their name. It's going to wait 30 days, and then it's going to, on the 31st day, restart the smart plan. So it'll start back over. So it's like once a month, it's reminding you to give them a call, letting you know to call them. If you like a smart plan, you see what it's doing, and you like the steps that it provides, you can click add smart plan, and it's going to add it to your smart plan library. Something else that's pretty cool, again, when I said like, why reinvent the wheel if you don't have to? You can type in something that you may be looking for, like Thanksgiving, and you can see there's 276 smart plans that have been published for Thanksgiving. So you can look through and see what might work for you, what might not. Now we're going to go ahead and go back to my smart plans. And this is going to show you your smart plans that you have downloaded from the library. And then you're also going to have your published smart plans. So any smart plans that you may have created and that you may have published to the library for other people to see. You can see from under publish, the name, the published date, how many times it's been downloaded, and what kind of ratings it has. Under the people plans, I'm going to find, here we go. So this is a monthly neighborhood nurture smart plan. You can see next to it that there is 1 contact in our database that is currently added to the smart plan. If you were to click the little eyeball next to the number, it's going to allow you the option to remove people from the smart plan if you so chose to, or you can remove all of them. You have more information such as when it was created, the duration and total number of touches. You can add more contacts, edit the smart plan information, and then the three dots, you can copy it, publish to the library, or you can delete the smart plan. However, if you have somebody assigned to the smart plan, you are not able to delete it. So you would have to remove them first. So again, smart plan's really great way to stay in touch without actually having to physically do it every time. We set it automated for you. If you want to try your hand at creating your own smart plan, there is the create option here, and you can just follow the steps that go along with that. Again, we do have great videos on our YouTube channel, or email us for more information, more assistance with that as well. Moving along, we have our referrals applet. Well, not the referrals applet, the referral section in Command. This is your dashboard, which is going to show you a little referrals overview. You have your referral network. You're also able to start a new referral. You can select an in-network agent to send a referral to by clicking Find an Agent, which is going to take you to the referral map. Or you can select agent and start typing their name, and it'll pull up here. Once you have the agent selected, you can just simply follow the rest of the information and click send. Here under my referrals, this is going to give you a breakdown of sent and received referrals here. You can also see all these other little sections that have these broken down into other information as well. Now your referral map, there's a couple different views that are with this referral map. So you're able to filter your search or your view by different production, market centers, network, and referral patterns. So starting with production, we're going to go ahead and I'm based out of Atlanta. So we're going to use Atlanta, Georgia. Now, as you can see, these little icons popped up, but it's still a pretty big search. So we're actually going to go ahead and scroll down, and we're going to narrow it down a little bit more. Give that a second to load. Okay. So as you can see, all these little red markers are going to be different transactions that have happened in this area. So whenever you hover over them, you can see as I'm hovering over this one, you can see that the agent that is on this transaction highlights over on the right-hand side. So something that's really cool about it as well, when you click on it, it kind of shows their information. You can click on more information, and that's going to provide this drop down, which this is going to be that referral profile information that I mentioned in the beginning. So making sure that your information is updated on there, so that way it pulls over here and shows correctly when people may be searching for you. Something else that is also really cool over here on the right-hand side, one, you can click on the arrow and it'll drop it down for you. You are able to add this person to your referral network here, or you can just send a referral by clicking this icon here. Now, say I wanted to make sure that the person I'm trying to send a referral to has certain criteria I want them to meet. You can filter by languages spoken. You can select closed units in this area, or you can do closed units in general, things like that. So if I was to do closed units, say at least 2, I'm going to click apply filter, and you're going to see from 129, that drops to 125. Meaning you can filter it even more so if you wanted to. So you see, the more you filter, the more it drops down, or you're also able to zoom in more to a more specific area, and that number will go down as well. Now you do also have your market center search option, which market center is going to allow you to search for market centers within a certain area. Well, let me turn off the filter view real quick. There we go. All right, and we're going to go ahead and click on the Atlanta Midtown office. So this little ping, and now instead of turning from a bunch of agents, this is going to be Market Center specific. When you click on the Market Center, it is going to show you how many agents. You see the results number here. This is the number of agents that are on that roster for that Market Center. So you found the Market Center that's in the area of your client, you're looking for a client. You can also filter from here the same information that you did before, and it's going to narrow down agents in that office in that area down to your likings even more. Oh, just clicked over. Next, you have your My Network. This is going to show you any agents that are already in your referral network. So you can zoom out and you can just kind of see where they are. You can zoom specifically if you have a lot of agents in one certain area, things like that. And then you also have your referral patterns, which this just shows you where referrals originate from, where they're being sent to, things like that. All right, we're going to go ahead and move on to opportunities. Opportunities is going to be, this is going to be your sales pipeline. So if you are on a team, it is going to automatically default to your team pipeline. As you can see here, the team name, and it's highlighted right underneath. If you want to make sure you're looking at your personal pipeline, you just click on your name. Now, each one of these sections, this is broken down in a few different sections. You have your listings, buyers, and your leases. Below that, you have some different metrics for this information. Under each one of these, you have your cultivate, appointment, things like that, your different subsections, which you are able to rename those subsections if you would still like to. You are able to see how many opportunities you have in each one of those sections. And all those opportunities is going to show your estimated GCI, potential income, probable income information there as well. You are also able to click on all opportunities. And this is going to show you a list of all your opportunities that you have worked on. You can see the buyers, the signees, the address. We're going to go ahead and just actually click on this. And this is going to take you into your opportunity details. So you're going to see all the information such as the property information. You're going to be able to see the Market Center information here, who owns it. You can click on your documents. This is where you're going to be able to add your documents to get paid, connect with DocuSign or Dotloop to make sure you're able to send and receive those documents, things like that. So if you have any questions with this, which I'm sure a lot of agents do, feel free to reach out to us. Again, we have videos or we'll be able to help assist you with that. Campaigns. Campaigns is where you can go to create things like paid ads on social media. You can do emails to your database, direct mail, so like door knockers, postcards and stuff to specific targeted neighborhoods, or you can do just regular social media posts from here as well. Now from this dashboard, you do have quick posts for inspiration for quick post ideas. You have tips and trainings. And you're also able to go to your paid ad quick start, meaning if you've been with Command before or you've been with Command for a while, this is going to be a little different because Command did change the platform. Now it's going to take you to open to a new screen. And this is kind of what it looks like now. So this is where your paid ads are your paid ads channels are. As you can see here, a bunch of quick start options for you. These are things that are going to connect to Facebook and Instagram if you have your accounts connected. And a lot of people may not realize this yet, but you are also able to create for TikTok. If you like TikTok, you want to post not listing ideas, but some content ideas and stuff, ads on there, you can do that from here also. We're going to go back. Now, emails, this email section again is going to show you how many in the last 30 days you've mailed, the recipients, opens, clicks. You also have that option to upgrade your account from here as well. So if you need more than 5,000 emails a month, you can upgrade those here. You also have an overview of some emails that you may have sent. So like if you have sent, stuff with pictures and you want to see how it's gone. So this like mailed option, you can click on the name and it's going to provide you with the statistics of what happened with that email. So it'll show you how many were sent, delivered, opened, clicked, unsubscribed, not sent, and not opened. And this over here will show you the information, the name, the email address, if there was a phone number, and any tags, things like that. This person we weren't able to send to because it shows the reason as we were blocked. Appreciate that, Rachel. Just kidding. Moving on, we have our direct mail. Again, this is direct mail is going to be where you can create materials to send, like such as postcards to a targeted specific area. You can create your postcard campaigns, pull it over to direct mails and send it out here. So just simply select your targeted area, your price range, things like that, and then you can send it off. And then you have your social posts. Again, these are ways you can just post on social media. You can select the date you're wanting to post, create the post, and then click send or schedule, and it's going to send it on that day. Now over here on the top right, you see create campaign. You're able to use this option on any one of these pages. When you click create campaign, you're just going to select which corresponding campaign you're wanting to create. So make sure if it's something you're going to print, you're going to want to send out, or email. So you want to make sure you click email if it's like an email option, things like that. So just make sure you know what you're wanting to do first. Next, we have our report section. The reporting section is going to give you a bunch of different great options for statistics. You have your database overview here. Again, so this will tell you how many contacts you have in your database, how many of them are actually contacts, how many of those you marked as leads. Your database health again. And then you also have your database activity score. So this will tell you how many people you've reached out to in the last 30 days, 60 days, 90 days, things like that. So it helps keep you up to date with that. You have your reports. Now, again, if you have not set up your reports, I'm sorry, I was getting ahead of myself there. Your reports is going to show, so this is opportunity report, you have your database report and your goals report. So your goals report will break down different goals that you have set up. Opportunities report is going to show you how many opportunities, how many of them are new, and then your potential and probable income. And your database report just kind of shows you more database information as well. Your goals, this is where you're going to be able to set up your goals for the year. And this is going to break down what you have set up with your goals, what the percentages are, and where you're at. There's a lot of great charts as well, such as activities breakdown, goal conversion rates, and GCI goal breakdown as well. Lead routing, if you are on a team, this is where you're able to, for the rainmakers, this is where you're able to set the lead routing. It'll give you a few different choices, such as like round robin, things like that, to assign out leads to your team. Emails, this is going to give you more email information. Again, this is going to another place where you can see how many emails you have sent out of the 5,000 you've been allotted each month. This is going to tell you how many, this is going to show you here how many have been spammed at the top. So you can keep an eye on that as well. You have your delivery engagement section, which is going to show you that 2 were delivered, 1 was undelivered. Out of those 2 delivered, 2 were opened. You're able to click on view details, and it's going to show you the email address, where it came from, and the email subject that was sent or opened. Same thing with unsubscribed. If you want to check your unsubscribers, you are able to click the view details to see who unsubscribed. And you are also able to change what month you are looking at. So if you want to go back to the beginning of the year and just go by month, you're able to do that as well. And I'm sorry, this is where the last 30 days you're able to see them marked as spammed. So 0 marked as spammed out of how many sent you'll be able to see here. If you have Twilio connected and set up with your account, you are also able to view those metrics by clicking on text and calls. All right, next section we have is designs. Designs is basically kind of like Canva for command. If you do prefer to use Canva, that's perfectly fine. You are able to import designs. In designs, when you click create design, you're going to select which kind of design it is. If you're wanting it to be for an email, if you're wanting it to be for like a print, something you're going to print out, or if you want a template designs for videos. So when you click next, it's going to open your WeBrand. Here we go. Now, under the templates section, you're going to see that there are a lot of different options for templates. So you're going to see is if you say you have a listing and you're wanting to create a just listed flyer, this is going to give you a bunch of different template options that you can use for that flyer. And there's a bunch of different great options in here for you to create things for. Whether it's you just want to announce that you joined Keller Williams, you can do so. Which one was business based? I forget which one it's under, but there's options for those on here as well. I'll have to come back to that. But there's a bunch of great options for you. So we're actually going to go back to command. And we're going to go ahead and go over to listings. If you have your MLS connected with your command account, you are able to pull over listings. This will show you any listings that you may have already connected and set up with your account. You're able to see them, such as kind of like you would on the MLS. Click on them, you can view the images, or you can search and you can view, and you can view other listings in your area. So when you click on it, this is what it's going to look like. You'll have all of the property information. It'll have a map. You can also view the photos, open house information, things like that here. So that's pretty nifty. You're also able to click on consumer. I'm sorry, we're going to move on to consumer now. Consumer is going to be your website and app control options. So if you click on consumer and yours does not look like this, that is perfectly fine. That just means that your website hasn't been updated yet, that you're still rocking with the old version. That old version still works. I do slightly recommend possibly thinking about getting it updated soon because we've heard whispers about agent websites automatically going to be updating. And if that happens, any landing pages that you've created, things like that, you will no longer have access to. And so you want to make sure you get those saved. We have a lot of great videos on steps to prepare on what you need to do before you actually update the website. So check those out on our website. I'm sorry, on our YouTube channel, or email us and we'll provide those links for you. So here we have our website settings. You have your subdomain or what's going to be known as your website URL. This is what people are going to type into the search bar here to find your website. Keep in mind, KW no longer uses www. So if you enter www.scotlandwaremarketing.kw.com, nothing's going to show up. So you just always want to make sure that you're just putting in the Scott Leroy Marketing. So it'd be scottleroymarketing.kw.com. If you wanted to change your website URL, you're able to do so here. Just make sure by changing your website URL, there are other places like such as your marketing profile to update your website, so it'll show on your website. You want to add that in other places. So if you're thinking about changing this, send us an email. We'll assist you with that. Your app URL, you can copy it here. You can copy this link to send and attach to your marketing accounts, posts, things like that. You can also create a QR code with using this link so people can scan it and just download it straight to their phone. Down here, you do also have forced registration. So if a potential client goes to your website, you can set it to where they aren't able to view any properties until they register an account, meaning that'll add them to your database. You'll be able to get their email address and you'll be able to kind of track what they're doing, which is pretty cool. Or you can set to 10 or unrestricted property views. Now, clicking on edit my website, this is going to take you kind of like into the back end of your website. So you have your website URL here. If you are on a team and you have already set up your team website, you can click on your name and it's going to have the name of your team with a link here. This is going to switch it to the team website information. Now, if you're wondering, say you have a team, you didn't know about team websites, or you wanted to know how to set that up, send us an email. We have videos on it. We're more happy to walk you through those steps and assist you with that. But as you can see now, switch over to the Dream Team. Now, your personal and your team accounts, they have their own URL. It used to be you would turn your personal website into the team website. Now you don't have to do that. You can have two separate. But we're going to go back to the personal one for this video. You have your quick start options right below here. You can see landing page, custom page. You can start creating those from here. You have your default page links as well as any custom pages you have created. And if you scroll down, you have custom modules and any custom landing pages you've created. So if you're ever needing to find custom landing pages links, this is where you would do so. Well, alrighty, guys. Thank you for joining today. If you have any questions, feel free to drop them in the chat. I'm going to go ahead and end the recording, but don't go anywhere. We're going to answer some questions, and I'm going to show you a couple of tidbits of fun information.